Alright, so here's the Racing Beat sway bar in the back. So I had, it has 3 holes, right? The stiffness holes, that there's 3 of them. The middle one's supposed to be just the normal one they recommend you use for pretty much all the sway bars that have 3 holes. But I find it to be a little bit too stiff. I think it's like too flat. I don't like that. And it actually made the ride bumpier too. So I'm gonna use the furthest hole from the bar, basically the one at the end. That's gonna be the softest one. But when I did that, this side is fine. But if you go to the other side, when I did that, you see that the end link here is basically touching this piece here. I'm not sure what this is for. It's some kind of relay. As this is this the leading link? I'm not sure. No, this is the lower lateral link. So as the lower lateral link moves up and down, this thing, it moves this armature here up and down too, and it does whatever for relay. I'm not sure what that's for. But anyways, so it's basically that little nub right there, that little red nub is basically touching right at the corner of this linkage here for the relay. So and if I actually look at it, I look at these the bar right here, right, the end link bar right here. It actually, how much it bends in. This side, the driver's side, actually bends in more than the passenger side. The passenger side, it just bends in just a little bit. It's almost perpendicular. Just a slightly little bit of a bend in. Maybe looks like maybe 15 degrees, 10-15 degrees. This side looks like it's like 25 degrees or something like that. So I'm gonna basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have to basically move this weight bar over that direction, more towards the driver's side, to make clearance in here, right? So this thing has these two stoppers to prevent the sway bar from shifting side to side. I actually have to move those stoppers. This basically move both stoppers more towards the passenger side. That way I could shift the bar to the driver's side. So I'm probably gonna move it like maybe, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch or so. Not a whole lot, because it doesn't have much room to move. But I don't want that touching, so it doesn't. I don't think it needs much, because literally this thing, when this thing works, it's mainly moving up and down. I don't think it moves sideways too much. It mainly moves up and down with the with linkage up and down. So I don't think that's too much sideways movement, and not too much. It's mainly up and down. Not too much forward and back, and not too much lateral movement. I don't think. No, that might be a little bit, but I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot. So I think a 1/4 inch in my bar movement over should be good. But at the same time, I have to look at this space here. That's like, I have like basically no space here, because this is pretty much right at the bend already. So yeah, so I'm kind of stuck there. One possible thing I could do is I could actually possibly flip this bar around, because I think this bar is symmetrical. Looking at it, it looks symmetrical to me. I mean, it looks flat. So if it is symmetrical, I could probably flip it around. That might be actually easier to flip it around. I think I might do that instead, flipping this bar around. But anyways, so I'm gonna do one of the two things. If I can flip the bar around, and if it still touches, hopefully it has more space. If it doesn't, if it still touches, I think the bar on this side, well, no, I can still see it at the bend right there. So I was gonna say this possibly that there's more space on this side than there is the other side, but it doesn't. It still seems like it's still twisting. Yeah, actually it does have lip. It seems like this one's a little bit closer to the bend, more towards the bend than this side is, just by a tiny bit. Just by maybe like that much or so, like 1/8 of an inch. If that's the case, it's possible that this bar is already shifted over as much as it can be. So I don't know. I won't know until I flip it and see what happens. But anyways, that's the update. Basically, I have to, no matter what, I have to shift the bar over to make space for this right here, because I don't want that touching. I mean, it barely touches, but it still does touching as when you drive. Since, you know, as everything moves around, it's gonna touch even more. So I don't want that. You know, I don't want to break this relay, basically, because this thing is, this right here is, it's metal. This is metal. This is aluminum. This is steel. But you know, this here in here is, you know, it's plastic. So you know, this is gonna fail. This is the part that's gonna break. It's all that plastic. All right, so that's it.